Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Board Game Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Ulrich.
That is me.
How are you doing today, my friend? How are you?
I am good. I am getting excited. We have talked.
Yes, today we're doing the top 10 M list, aka the top 10 games starting with the letter M that we like the most. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about the games that we've been playing. I will take you through Saltfjord, and Ulrich will take you through Spirit Island. Ulrich,
We'll most certainly do that.
take it away.
I recently played Spirit Island. I have played this a lot. Usually it takes a few months in between, so it's a little bit rough getting it started. It's a co-op game. For those of you who don't know it, you are basically playing the other side of Catan, you could kind of say. You're like the nature spirits in the island, and some people are coming and wanting to live on the island.
Never thought about it like that. That's cool.
Just to give you a little bit of an idea, if you didn't play it, the players that you are playing have names like, get this, Lightning's Swift Strike, River Surges in Sunlight, Vital Strength of the Earth, A Spread of Rampant Green. The reason I read these names is that almost just by hearing those names, you can feel the theme of the, nature theme, right? Basically, it's a co-op game. You are defending an island, and the island size scales with number of players. So you have like one board for one player, two boards for two players. The invaders are automated with a deck. So every turn you flip a deck, and then the invaders will have more people coming. They will build some buildings. They will attack the land, and so on. That is more or less basic. What makes this game really, really cool for me is the spirits that you play, the asymmetric spirits. All of them you put tokens on the board. This is your presence, where the volcanoes are, or where the rivers are, or whatever. And then how you play is very different. Like, if the last time I played, I was a volcano spirit, so I could only be in the mountains, and I had to destroy my own presence to actually do damage to them. Because, when I'm a volcano, I blow up.
Yeah.
So I remove my presence from the board, which is completely different from how Rampant of Spread of Rampant Green, that really just has lots of presence and it keeps spreading and spreading and spreading, but have very, very small powers, right? You can always, you can, I'm so impressed by the way that the designer, Eric Lang, I think, he made the mechanics and the theme of the spirits like really mesh. The game itself is, like I said, co-op. It's sort of a knife's edge. You will always feel like you're losing in every turn, but you will get stronger and stronger. You can sort of deck build, gain new powers, and the invaders will get stronger and stronger and have more and more presence. Eventually, your victory conditions will also change during the game, depending on which card you play. The way that the game handles the alpha player problem, where one person can tell everybody what to do, is that all the spirits play very, very differently, and you draft cards, and you play cards down simultaneously, but then you activate them in either order. And before when the round starts, you play down your cards. Then you can have either fast cards, which act before the invaders, or slow cards that act after the invaders. And your cards and your spirit is completely different than mine, so I can't tell you what to do. I can say, I can take care of this problem area and defeat these guys. Can you maybe prevent this? Yes, I can defend this, you can say. So it's that level of cooperation. It's not like Pandemic, where I can say,
Cool.
you go here and fix that disease, right? So I bought all the expansions just because I want to play all the spirits. I always play at the easiest level because I just want to explore all the spirits. There's a million different difficulty levels you can scale to infinity and beyond. Yeah.
Sounds very exciting. I have two questions. The first one is, how about the solo mode? Have you explored that? I mean, I have to ask it. Yeah,
I knew you would.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I played it a lot solo. Like I said, it just scales with the size of the island and thus the number of invaders. Theoretically, it scales in a linear fashion. So if you are two players, you are two boards. If you're three players, you're three boards. But the complexity rises a lot because
different combos.
Yeah, different combos, and some spirits might be better together than other spirits, right? In the game I played, we drafted two spirits that both took presence away from the other spirit. So that was like, okay, I take another one. You asked about the solo, so I will get back to that. It plays exactly the same.
Okay.
You just have less area to manage.
And you play one spirit or
One
you play
spirit.
200? One
can
spirit. You can do
decide.
both,
You
but
can decide. You can
okay.
also play 3 or 4 if you want to, but
okay. Okay. And do you have a favorite spirit from the ones you tried?
I will say the Vital Strength of the Earth, I think, was very cool. It's one of the base ones.
What a cool name. Is it the Earth Elemental looking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like an Earth Elemental. And the way it plays, how would you imagine that the Earth plays in this game?
Something to do with the land, probably. I don't know. Just planting a lot of presents in somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the spread of rampant green. That's the forest just growing, right?
Okay.
The strength of the Earth is very slow.
Okay.
He has very few actions, and he can barely survive until he gets roaring, and then he can just smash them like.
That's cool.
It's
That's
like,
very cool. Yeah. It sounds like it oozes with theme for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, from what you're describing.
The spirits are themed.
Yeah.
The rest is pretty vanilla with how the invaders make a building and then they attack the land and stuff. But just every time I read the spirit, I'm like, oh, that's cool how they implemented that in the rules. Okay, so my presence does something completely different than Nick's, and that's really, really cool.
My experience with the game is only a single play 8 years ago when it first came out. Experience was not very good. I remember saying, there is a game here, but then a million other games came and Spirit Island was always left hanging somewhere in the atmosphere.
For me, it is the co-op game.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. I'm willing to explore it down the line. But for now, I'm going to take it over and talk about Saltfjord. Saltfjord is a dice drafting game that is loosely based on the mechanisms from Santa Maria. The game has been otherwise been completely redesigned and expanded with new elements. And what you do is you have control over a small Norwegian village and you try your best to be a great fisherman. The game is pretty easy. It plays over a course of 3 rounds, and every round you will dice draft some dice. They are white dice and orange dice. And what you have in front of you is a tableau where the white dice, you draft them and they go on top of your board, while the orange dice, you draft them and they go to the left side of your board. When you place a die, you will activate the entire row or column of the dice you placed, and your board starts pretty empty with very few actions and resources being activated. But then again, the more you play, the more you build on it, and it's like a tile laying minigame, and then your actions become stronger and stronger and stronger. Also, during the rounds, the dice you get scale, so you will start getting 4 dice in the first round, 5 in the second, and 6 in the third, so that way the game will scale. There are 4 main actions you can take. The one is going fishing, where you will go up a track and gather fish, and fish is like a very universal resource that allows you to do anything from upgrading to other resources to to change the size of your dice. And you will also get some victory points when you come back from your fishing trip. There is of course, there are tech upgrades like every good Euro game has. So there is an action where you can upgrade some of your technologies to do more stuff. And then there's the action that you actually build the different buildings inside your tableau, as mentioned before. And then the final action is actually selling your resources to get some crates, which you will place at the right side of your tableau. They will give you some endgame points and endgame synergy points, and also at the end of every round, they will give you cascading actions based on the number that you have. The designer of the game is Christian Amundsen Utsby and Elif Svensson, and the publisher is Aporta Games. It is a game that now I've played a total of 10 times, and I've played it both multiplayer and solo, having my first ever 4-player game of it yesterday, and I have to say, I was impressed. I thought it was going to be a drag because, I prefer playing with... But no, 4-player game, 2 of the 4 players not super hardcore gamers. Still, the game flowed. Still, there were some things that were a little bit not clunky. It's just that, okay, so this is what's happening now. But apart from that, very nice. The dice drafting in general always feels nice for me personally in board games. There are like 3 modes, like the basic ones. We played the advanced one where you get an asymmetrical board, an asymmetrical village. And then there's the expert where you get to add a new module to it where there's some cards. We didn't play with that one. Overall, pretty pleasant experience. I liked Santa Maria. I dare say I love Saltfjord, and definitely recommend it if you are a fan of dice drafting. Cool. All right, we will move on to the main topic, and that'll be our top 10 M list, so our top 10 favorite games. Starting with the letter M, any thoughts on your list, Ulrich, before we begin?
I mean, I have a lot of good games. I have some games outside the list. I don't know what else to say.
Okie doke. The first thing we do when we start such a list is try and guess how many crossovers we think we will have.
Yes.
So I will say 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to say the number you think will cross. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 2. 4. Interesting. Okay, so without further ado, why don't you go ahead and start us with your number 10?
Nick is gonna kill me now.
Why?
This is a what do you call it? This is a game I have fond memories of. A nostalgia game. That's the word I
Of course.
put in my head. It's a bad game.
Oh.
I have had so many good experiences with it that it had to be in my list because it's just, Munchkin is the game. Yeah, you see Nick's game.
Oh,
it is a bad game, I know.
Oh.
It's barely a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's very random. It's like, if you don't know it, it's by Steve Jackson. He made a million versions of it. Munchkin in space, Munchkin vampires, Munchkin didn't do something.
Munchkin board game nerds.
Yeah. It's crazy, random. It's a spoof idea of a dungeon crawl D&D thing. You're going around in the dungeon and you meet different monsters and you roll some dice and you have to backstab your friends to win and share loot. The best thing about this game is just the humor in the cards and the names of the monsters. And off the top of my head, I can remember there is a card called in the basic version that's called a duck, and it just loses you, I don't know, a level or a life or something, because it just says you picked up a duck in a dungeon, you're stupid, you lose a level, or
come on,
yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I had so much fun playing it, drinking beers and on travels. Yeah, it had to be here.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of Munchkin when I was a college student, and then I grew up.
I haven't played it in 10 years, but still, it holds a place in my heart.
Awesome. My number 10 is a small card game called Marvel Remix. It's a re-implementation of Fantasy Realms, and it's a game that we actually kind of always play during Spiel. And the essence is very simple. You just have a hand of cards, and every round you're going to get a new card, and you try to make the best combo you can in your hand. It sounds pretty simple. There's a lot of keywords and a lot of stuff, and I think it's a game that shines on multiple plays, which is something that we usually don't do. So it hasn't shined that much for me. Hence, it's in a number 10 spot. But something about the way you take the cards and you make the combos, and something about the way it's Marvel themed makes me want to play it more and more.
Yes, sounds good. So if we're playing it, listen, I guess
it's time for you to play
it. It before.
Yeah. Have you had Fantasy Realms or the game it's based on?
I have played Star Realms. That's the same, right? More or less.
No, totally different game.
Okay.
Yeah, you're thinking of Hero Realms.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
those two. Yeah, I'm talking about Fantasy Realms. It's a different.
I know.
Yeah. Number 9.
Number 9. My number 9 is Massive Darkness. This is a game designed by Alex Oltanu and Marco Portugal from Simon Games. Massive Darkness is basically a dungeon crawl. It has modular boards, so you can build lots of different scenarios. There's lots of plastic miniatures, which will do terrible things to your heroes. There is loot to be found in many of the rooms. You have to fight the monsters. They roll dice, you roll dice, you get damage. All of this is stuff we know, and it works. There's a reason dungeon crawls are very popular. What makes this game very unique, in my opinion, is that the heroes are not only asymmetric, they are almost their own little game, each of them. So they have, each of them has like a mini game on their player board. One is a bag builder. One is like a support character. I played the Bard. He has like note tokens on his little guitar that he moves around, and depending on which notes he plays, he will give different powers to his friends. There is a necromancer who can control the monsters that we kill. There is a wizard, which I didn't really understand. My friend was playing him, but he had like a wheel of fortune he could spin, and then whatever he activated was really, really cool. So this makes the game very, very replayable, combined with the fact that the monsters that you meet in each game is drawn from a deck which is not random, but you choose which monsters you want to play in each scenario. And if you have lots of expansions, you can just choose a certain amount of monsters. The way the battle works is a little bit odd because the monsters are going around in mobs, so there's always more than one. But players take turns one at a time. So when you attack in the beginning of a scenario where you are usually very weak, you attack a lot of monsters and they all fight back. So it can feel very, very tense in the beginning of the scenario. But then as you find loot and stuff, then you will get stronger and defeat the enemies. It's very cool. There's lots of different scenarios and a story that is quite easy to follow. It's something about, I don't remember right now, but there's fallen angels that are roaming around in hell, and we're going there to try to kill them or convert them back or whatever. Yeah, it was really good. And there is this, in between each scenario, you go back to a town where you can shop and buy new items and magic potions and stuff like this. Another thing about the characters is that whenever you level up, you get to choose a new ability for your hero, and each hero has a few different options for each level. But what you choose in level 2 will sort of dictate what will be good for you to choose in level 3. So you have to think about the different combinations you can make. All in all, very good dungeon crawl, but what really makes it cool is the asymmetric, extremely asymmetric heroes. Yeah, that was my number 9, Massive Darkness.
The one thing I know about the game is that all the heroes are like fully asymmetrical, right? Everybody plays a different minigame on how they play. One is a back builder, one is doing something different, and I think that's what's the most exciting thing about this game was for me. But I haven't tried it. I've seen it in a lot of top 10s, a lot of, let's say, not famous people, but big content creators have it very high, so it piqued my interest, but honestly, I don't know how I would feel about it. But yeah, it looks cool on the table for sure.
It does.
My number 9 is the opposite of a big game. It's like a very, very small card game again. It's called Mindbug. It's designed by Richard Garfield, and many other people, of course, have helped over the years, and it's published by a lot of publishers. I'm going to just name the one here, NerdLab Games. Mindbug is a mini version of like a real card game. Let's say something like a mini version of Magic the Gathering. You have a starting deck of 10 cards, and then you draw 5 of them, and on your turn you can do one of two things. Play a card or attack with a card. Simple as that. Everybody has 3 HP, and once you reduce someone to 0, you win. But there's a twist. And that twist is that you can, twice per game, use your special Mindbug token to steal a card the opponent played. That opponent immediately draws back up to their hand size and they play again. And that is pretty cool and gives you a very good strategy on how and when to use it. Mindbug is a game that I think if you are a card gamer, you have to have in your house, just in case somebody comes and wants to dive into your world, but you can't just put them on a Commander game or on a Keyforge game or a Lorcana game. And this is a great way. And if they like it, then you say, did you like it? We can go deeper than this now that you've seen this.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a good gateway.
Yeah. That was my number 9.
And I'm gonna Mindbug your game and say my 8 is Mindbug.
Oh, okay. Crossover.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All of the same reasons. I just want to elaborate that one thing about the game is that every single card feels overpowered when you see it.
True.
Every card does something that was like, that can't be true. Am I reading this right?
Yeah.
But because of the Mindbug, it actually works. Because everybody has overpowered stuff, and if it's and it's so short that even if I get something that is impossible for Nick to counter, then we just play another game. It takes 10 minutes, right?
Exactly. It's very short and really very nice.
And the artwork is really cool, and they're called really funny things, the monsters. I don't have any examples, which I should, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice. Nice. Okay, first crossover already. That's cool. My number 8 is a game actually released this year called Moon Colony Bloodbath, designed by a small designer named Donald X. Vaccarino, who designed a small game called Dominion. You might have heard of it, might not. And published by Rio Grande Games. Moon Colony Bloodbath is a reverse engine building game in the sense that you are slowly building your engine and then you're holding on to dear life as everything goes to craze. Everything is starting getting destroyed around you and you're just trying to survive as long as you can. There are these events that are added to the deck every single turn, and once you survive 13 events, the game ends. Spoiler alert, you will not. Once a player runs out of people, aka loses the game, the rest of the players stop, count how many people they have left, and whoever has the most left wins. It's a crazy game. I've played it a lot. I've played it a lot solo. There is a playthrough on our YouTube channel if you want to go and watch it. And yeah, I really enjoy this game.
Cool. Next one on my list. I wanted it to be number 1.
Oh.
But something doesn't click with this game. It should be my favorite game, but it's not, unfortunately.
Okay. Interesting setup.
It's called Merchants and Marauders.
Oh, okay.
It's designed by Kasper Aagaard and Christian Marcussen. Christian Marcussen has made a Clash of Cultures, if people know that. The gist of the game is that you are in like 1700s Caribbean, and you are either a lawful tradesman or you're a pirate. The trick is you choose. Everybody starts by just having a boat, and either you just play pick up and deliver game, or I can choose to attack Nick, or some of the neutral boats that are around. If I do, I get a bounty. And then the Navy ships come after me, right? So there's like Ottoman ships that run around the Caribbean. Everything about this game is so cool. The artwork and like the theme and the fact that you can choose if you want to risk it with the battle. The reason it fell short for me is I've played it 3 times maybe, which is not enough to judge a game, I know. But it just feels like the pick up and deliver is too strong. I don't have time to go. There's like these cool, you can draw a quest, you have to go to an island, and there's a map. You have to, rescue a princess by doing skill checks and everything. But while you're doing that, some other guy is just going from island to island delivering crates, and you're rushing to, I don't remember, 10 gold, 10 fame or something.
Mm-hmm.
And from my experience, I don't have time to do all the cool stuff before the pick up and deliver guy just won.
Okay. Yeah.
So I
see the issue.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope there's a way to counter it. But everything about the game is just really cool, thematically, and yeah.
I'm more than willing to try it. It sounds very cool, and I love pirates. So, yar. We are at number 7. And number 7 is a game that I used to play a lot and loved. It has a very problematic theme, I will say outright, and it has been re-implemented with a different theme already, so you can definitely skip this game and go play that one. But since this is an M game, I'm going to mention it, and it is Mombasa. It's designed by none other than Alexander Pfister, and once again, I see 14 publishers here. Egert Spiele is the one featured, so I'm going to go with that one, but Pegasus Spiel has also distributed or published the game. Oh, Mombasa. Mombasa was like, let's say, the first heavy Euro game that I played back in my days of upcoming. And we did the opposite thing that we do now. We played it a lot. We played it and replayed it and replayed it. So we got into what actually means to be a nitty-gritty, gritty Euro game. The concept is simple. Every round you're going to play 3 cards, and then those cards will go into 3 different discard piles. And that's when you're going to decide which discard pile you get back into your hand. So there's deck constructing mechanism that's really interesting because you have to time your actions very correctly. You can get more card slots to play more cards, which is stronger, but then you create more discard piles, which means you get the cards back slower. There is tracks. There is an area majority game happening in the middle. Awesome game. I haven't tried Sky Mines yet, although I've seen a playthrough and I've seen how it plays. It doesn't change the core of the game. It just changes the disturbing theme of the game, and I really want to dive into that at some point. But yeah, I don't know if it's my favorite Pfister game, but it's definitely up there. My number 7, Mombasa.
Yeah, I considered having it on my list. I haven't played it, but I've played Sky Mines, so I thought
maybe
I could put Mombasa in here, but yeah, I liked it. The thing that is unique about it, which I don't think you highlighted, so I will do it for you. For me, what's interesting is like there's a share system. Like the way you score is that you sort of buy shares in the different companies which nobody owns, and that's
very cool.
Way of scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Next number is number 6. This is a game about stuff in Greece.
Oh,
it's from last year's Essen.
Yeah.
It's called Minos: Dawn of the Bronze Age. Made by Stan Kordonski.
Was also made Endless Winter.
He did that. This game has the best action selection system I have ever tried.
Nice. Love to hear it.
I think. No, I will just say it like that. It's very cool. It's like you draft dice, is what you say. Then the higher numbers are good for moving up tracks. Lower numbers are good for going first in the actions. And then there are colors that also matter for stuff. That is, when we do that, you're just mind gaming. What does he need? But if he takes the 2, then I take the 3, and then I'm behind him. Oh shit, but I want the 3 for the track. Yeah, it's insane. The rest of the game, I think, is good. It's more or less a standard Euro. You have multi-use cards. You have area presence, not majority. A little bit of majority. There's tracks you can go up. It's good. It doesn't blow me away, but the action selection system, every time we do that, I'm like on the edge of my seat and like really nervous and, oh, should I do that or should I do that? Yeah.
Nice. Great game. Yeah.
I think you'll hear more about it later.
Probably. My top 6 M games, I just want to say right now, pretty awesome. In any day of the week that I wake up a little bit differently, they could be my top 10 games of all time. So keep in mind that usually with the letters, 1 or 2 games, maybe even 0, are hype. M has all the juice. And number 6 is a game about some stuff in Greece, as somebody mentioned. Yeah, it's also Minos. Like, perfect crossover. Minos is amazing. The dice drafting is cool. I also like the card play a lot because you play a card, you do what it says, and then you can tuck it under to gain a bonus whenever you draft or use a die. Love it, love it, love it. An expansion is coming this year. It's the favor of the gods. And as somebody said it, I don't know what it does, but I want the favor of the gods. Great game. My number 6. And Ulrich's number 6. Minos.
Ready for another crossover?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be another one. Yeah.
Which one?
It's going to be a deck building game, I feel.
Not really.
Okay.
This one is Moon Colony Bloodbath.
Oh. I did not see that coming.
We built the same deck in the middle, so is it technically a deck builder?
I was not thinking about this game.
No. I will just, everything Nick said, check to that. I will highlight the artwork. It is very, very cool, cartoony, retro future, like 60s style. We live on the moon, but we have like these orbs we live in and stuff. And again, just to elaborate on everything Nick said, which I agree with, the central mechanism in the game is that you have one deck and you flip one card from that deck, and everybody does that action or that bad thing. Have to pay 2 people or whatever. And then over the course of the game, you get the opportunity to play cards into that game. Mostly bad cards, but sometimes a beneficial card for yourself. And that is a really cool mechanic I think I haven't seen before.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a good game. Go watch it on our YouTube. All right. My number 5 is a game that for me holds a very special place in my heart because it's one of my favorite books of all time. It is designed by John DeClaire and published by Brotherwise Game, and it is Mistborn, the deck building game. As far as deck building games goes, this one is pretty standard, that you have a deck, you build it, and then you get the most points to win. But there are a few things that make it interesting. The first one is that there are multiple ways to win. You can win by actually getting to defeat the opponent, like in something like, let's say, Star Realms, you reduce them to 0 life. But there are also alternative win conditions. There are some tracks that if you manage to climb there up first, you win. There is a specific card that if you manage to get it, you also win. And it generally gives a very good and nice flow to it. In addition, in contrast to a regular deck building game, you cannot actually play all your cards. You are a Mistborn, you are burning medals, and that is represented by your training, how much you have trained, and the more you've trained, the more medals you can burn, aka the more cards you can play. Of course, Mistborn can go beyond that. They can exert themselves fully. They can flare a medal, aka not being able to use it again for a long time, to use it and play a card. That's also a very nice balance between, should I play this card now by flaring the medal, or should I just save it and play it in a later turn? I really like it. It oozes with theme. There are 4 asymmetrical characters you can play. I have a slightly different decks and a slightly different first ability. Love it, love it, love it. My number 5 is Mistborn, the deck building game.
Cool. I'm not surprised it was on your list. maybe surprised it wasn't higher, but you said
Yeah.
you had a lot of good M games.
Oh yeah.
Next one is a pick up and deliver game from me, from Ted Alspach, who also made Mad King Ludwig, Castles of Mad King Ludwig, if you know that one. This one is called Maglev Metro. It's like a route building train game. Contrary to many other route building games, you actually don't block each other from building lines. You have like these plastic overlay tiles, so you can have tracks next to each other. The funny thing about this one is that every time you transport people and robots around the city between different stations, whenever you deliver a metal-colored worker, meeple, which is a robot, you increase your engine, like your ability to move stuff or your ability to build stations or how far you can move. And then later on, you will be moving colored meeples, which are people, passengers, and they will be your scoring conditions. And you all the time you have the ability to move these robots around in your player board. And okay, now I need a strong movement action, or now I need a strong pickup action. So that's pretty interesting. And the cool thing about the game is also that you think you start maybe with one scoring card in your hand, but you have to play it down. But you can get more, so you choose your own scoring conditions
That
during
sounds
the
cool.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like many train games that I've played because of the engine way you customize your actions.
It doesn't happen often, but I've never heard of this game in my entire life. Yeah. I've been looking at it while you were speaking, like, what is this game even? I've never... And it's Brazier game? What? No idea.
I feel like it's pretty... not a big game, but I've seen it around.
Interesting. That goes to show that this hobby is endless, man. There are games, so many games.
And that is why you should watch the lists, because there will always be, or listen to, there will always be a game that you've never heard about.
Exactly. My next game, number 4, I'm pretty sure everybody has heard about, probably. It is a very popular game. It is Marvel Champions, the card game, designed by Michael Boggs, Nate Friends, and Caleb Grace, and published by none other than Fantasy Flight Games. Marvel Champions is, I don't know, a premier game. I love it. It's an amazing game. It's a living card game is the term, LCG, in the sense that you buy packs of cards, but they are all pre-constructed. They're not random. And those packs can have either heroes, which is your decks, or villains, which is the enemies that you face. And you can mix and match however you want. You can take one hero for you, one for your friend, for example, and then take a basic villain, put in some other cards to it, put a basic or expert cards on it, make a big stack of cards, and then try and fight that villain off. Every character, if you follow Marvel, the way they play feels so much like their counterpart. And whenever you play a character, you have his superhero side and their alter ego side.
Cool.
So whenever you are in alter ego form, the villain will not fight you. They will just scheme and try and win that way. But whenever you're in superhero form, then they will attack you and you have to be ready to defend. That's pretty awesome. It's not a problem. I love the game, obviously. The only issue minor I have with it is that I got it for a solo experience, and I found myself loving the 2-player game. Because you can talk with the other person, you can combo off, you do that, then that's pretty cool. You can also two-hand the solo, of course, but I think the player interaction, which it's very cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what the future holds for this.
Yeah, sounds very, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next one in my list is also a deck builder.
Yeah,
but not that one. It's called Mistborn.
Oh!
We've heard about it.
What?
Mistborn, the deck building game.
You're crazy, really? Oh my god.
I mean...
Yeah, nice.
I've only played it once, I have to confess, so it shouldn't be this high, but it was pretty cool. I am definitely infected by the hype of the guy I played it with. But I do think that the economy system, it's the burning of metals, as Nick called it, which it is called. I'm just calling it an economy system as a way to explain that it's like your mana, basically, in other games.
Mm-hmm.
Feels very interesting because there's like 8 different colors of mana or metals, and each card can use 2 of them. So it's a deck builder, but you also have to manage like your economy in a don't want to say complex way, but
Unique.
it adds another level of
Layer,
planning
yeah.
and am I only going for decks that use this metal, or am I diversifying, or yeah. And then the multiple ways to win was also cool because we all know the feeling of like, yeah, you already beat me, so let's just throw in the towel and end it. But here you can actually try to do something else, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Love the game, man. I'm extremely happy to see it so high on your list. All right, top 3. And this third game is the game that I've desired more than anything ever since I played it. And this is my caveat. I've only played this game once. But the one time I played it, I'm like, this game is made for me and me only. And that game is called Millennium Blades. It's designed by D. Brad Talton Jr. and published by Level 99 Games. And in this game, you are playing a trading card game. And the way you do it is twofold. First, you go real time, and from a pool of cards, you try and draft your deck. So everybody goes at the same time. Oh, you're buying packs. You're pretty cool. And then once you do that, you actually play the TCG. And that happens very simply. You have a deck of 8 cards, which can change, and then you play 1 card each, one by one, in a line in front of you. Whenever you play a card, it does something. Usually it helps you or it affects the other players. When you do that, you score, the tournament is over, the winner gets like a promo booster pack because that's what happens. You do that 3 times, you count your points, whoever has the most wins. For me, that I love trading card games is awesome, and every card in it, and there are like 1 million expansions now, refers to another trading card game. So there are cards from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Digimon, everything. And they are, of course, named differently, and the artwork is kind of different, but you can see it's there.
Yeah.
Prime example, when we played it with the Yub, he had a card that represents Exodia, which, if you know Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's like a card that if you have all these pieces in your hand, you automatically win. And he was trying to do that. He was trying to get all the pieces to instantly win. That was very cool. I love this game. Want to play it more. If you have it and you don't want it, give it to me. Of course, I'll pay, but yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a neat game.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Cool. And my number 2, we are getting to that.
Yes, we are.
It is in my field of vision somewhere. Is a Stefan Feld game from the City Collection. It's called Marrakesh.
Ooh.
It's a big Euro, Stefan Feld style, but weirdly enough, there is no dice.
What? In a Stefan Feld game?
Stefan Feld game.
How is that possible?
It's a big Euro with 12 different mini games. I think I will just quickly explain the central mechanism. Is that every player in each? I think we played 3 rounds. In each round, we have 1 each of the 12 color of cubes, which is called something else, but let's just call them cubes.
Mm-hmm.
I pick 3. Everybody on the table picks 3. We put them in this tower in the middle, and then they come out. Maybe some stay in the tower, and then we each draft colors, and those colors represent what actions you get to make. So the 3 I pick is not necessarily the 3 that I am going to do.
Holy moly!
But I put options into the pile for everybody to pick between, right? Then if there's more, it's a stronger action, and you draft, and yeah.
That sounds very cool.
It's a lot. I played it 3 times, and you really don't know the order of things to do, and there's a lot of economy, but it's a point salary thing, so you'll always get lots of points.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
A lot of people have it as like their favorite Feld game or among their favorites, and haven't played it. And every time I hear about it, I feel like I need to play it so I can have my own picture of the game. But it sounds very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. My number 2 game is something completely different. Is a narrative-driven campaign legacy game called Medara. Hang on to your seats. It's designed by Clayton Helm, Brooklyn Lundberg, Brenna Moncure, Ian Tate, and published by Succubus Publishing. And oh my god, this game, I had it since, I don't know, ever since it came out back in 2019. No, I got it in 2021, and I had it on my shelf for 4 years. Finally, this summer, I got to play it. One of my friends came over, and for a whole week, we had this whole table set up with the game, and we went from start to finish. It's about a 90-hour campaign game, and there is so much narration to it. So if you're not into narration, then avoid this game at all costs. I love reading books. I love narration. We had an app that narrated it for us with voice acting and everything. This game is awesome, man. This game is awesome. There were, of course, some fiddly parts because it is a campaign game with AI opponents, and of course, it can get fiddly from here and there. But the character customization, the paths you could take, the different characters you could build, oh my. It was just an awesome experience. I have an article about it on BGG. Go and read it. It's amazing. Not the article, the game. I have no words. I'm just waiting to play the new. This was the Act 1. It ended on a cliffhanger. That's something I hated, honestly. But that made me hooked on the part 2. That is going to come somewhere in 2026. So when that comes out, I'm going to bring that friend over and we're going to try and do that. Love the game.
Yeah, I saw it laid out on the table. I was almost banned from visiting Nick that week, but I got a brief mission to come in. It looked insane in a good way, but it was like, oh, so you're playing this guy? Yeah, I'm also playing this guy over here, and
yeah, you need 4 characters always present. So because we were 2, each of us controlled 2. There was a mechanism that you could only control 1, but we are hardcore gamers. So we decided to.
But, I mean, it just looked crazy when I looked at the table. Oh, so there's a dungeon here, and there's a guy there, and what's this over here? And it's a table sprawl. That's what I can say about it.
It's a very big table.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. My
number 1 game. I will quickly say a short story about it before I mention the game.
Nice.
I should by no means like this game in the way it was introduced to me. I was at a board game convention. I walked around. Yeah, I was there alone. You know, how do you find someone to play with? 3 guys were sitting at a table with this game that, I've heard this should be good. And I was like standing and peeking, and they were like, do you want to join? Yes, I really want. And I sat down, and I like, and then, we're just looking through the rules, trying to figure out how we play this game.
I remember the story.
I almost got up and walked away, but okay, I'm at a convention. I have time. Sure, let's do it. That was my inner monologue. I didn't say that. Okay, so we were reading the rules, trying to do actions, did lots of actions wrong, figured out halfway through the game some rules were wrong. Some guy had to leave before the game was done, and it's very, it fucks up the balance of things, right? But it was really cool. So, despite of all these things, I like the game, and the game is Maracaibo. By Alexander Pfister, who also made a Great Western Trail and Mombasa, to mention a few. It's pirate theme. No, not pirate. It's trading in the Caribbean, sailing around. It's a one big rondel that you go through 3 times, which like a main thing in many of Pfister's games. And every time, I can do all these actions, or I can go fast, so the other players can't do so many actions. On each spot you stop has different actions available. You upgrade your ship by doing different actions. You put some cubes on your ship, and then your actions gets better. Yeah, lots of cool stuff in this game. Mostly is the interesting thing about the timing of, do I rush or do I wait for the other guys? And yeah.
It's a good game. Very close to making it to my top 10. It was number 13 for me, but some of other Pfister's games have really outshined it. But it is a very good game, and I would love to play it again. All right, my number 1 game. You know how BGG rates game by complexity to a maximum of 5? So naturally, some games will be heavier than others. Well, this specific game is the heavier game in my collection. Dare I say the heaviest in the house? Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but probably. It is a 4.66 complexity game, and it is a very complex game. I wanted it for years. I finally got it 2 years ago. Last year I got the Ultimate Edition, and it is, of course, Mage Knight. It's designed by Vlaada Chvátil, and I see also Paul Rogan dubbed as a designer, which is pretty cool. I hadn't noticed that. And published by WizKids. Mage Knight is based on a video game that I loved as a kid called Heroes of Might and Magic, which now consequentially is also a board game, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game. And it is just a deck building madness. You are having a deck of cards, a unique hero with unique cards, and you go through how do I even begin to describe Mage Knight? You go through a scenario, let's say, and you have a specific goal, usually to capture 1 or more towns. But the whole game is actually getting from where you start with your deck to the said town. There are so many things. Even if I started diving in, I would not be able to explain it. It is, for me personally, exclusively a solo game. You can play it up to 5 people if you do good. Even I wouldn't do that. It's a long game, Solo game of it will take me, and keep in mind I play very fast and think very little when I do, 2, 3, 3.5, even 4 hours. It is a heavy game. I only get it out once in a while. When I do, I'm sure to have the mood set up. I'm going to do that for the entire day. I'm going to play Mage Knight. Love it, love it, love it. We are getting an expansion for it this year, which Mr. Paul Rogan has info, but he's not telling us anything. So why are you doing that to us, Paul? Yeah, I wish one of my quests for Essen this year is to find him and ask him a question. I know he wouldn't answer, but it would be cool if I can get some tidbits of information. I think it's called Dragon Apocalypse. Ulrich, my friend, you should play it. I know it's hard. I know it's rough, but I think if you play it a few times, you are going to LOVE it. You're gonna love it. But yeah, it's a long haul. It's a rough one. Number 1, Mage Knight.
Cool.
Yeah. Whew. What a list. Yeah.
What a
list. Yes. Do you have any honorable mentions you want to talk about?
I actually have something else.
Oh, interesting.
Some games that I wish I had played so they could be on my list.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
One of them is Mage Knight.
Yes.
The
Good
other
call.
one is Marvel Champions.
Oh, I can help you with both your desires.
Yeah. I considered Mage Knight at some point. I ditched it because I heard the rulebook was a little bit wonky and it's large, it's big, but
all these things are true.
I'm gonna have to try it at some point. And yeah, the Marvel Champions, with the way Nick explains it, it feels like the theme shines through, and you can feel the mechanics of the hero.
Exactly.
The theme of the hero coming through in the mechanics. And
for sure.
I'm not a huge Marvel buff, but I know what a superhero is. So
cool. I'm jealous. I'll do the same. The 2 games I want to play the most, one is Marrakesh, you already mentioned. It's one of the Stefan Feld games that has escaped me, and Ayub has a lot of them, so I should try and play it. The other one is called Mythwind. It's actually an adventure city-building civilization game. I've seen it a ton. It looks so down my alley. I enjoy heavy campaign fantasy games, and I've tried to acquire it multiple times, but I always got outbid in the auctions. So yeah, at some point it will happen. It's a game from 2023. Still relatively new. I'm sure people will finish it or just get over it, and it'll become cheaper and cheaper, and I will eventually get it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very cozy, just going around doing your thing in the village.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it has such a nice vibe to it.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah.
Next one.
I will give also one honorable mention. It's a game I had on my 15th spot, but I've only played it once. I think it has some potential to grow, but I'm not sure. It's called Menefer. It's a pretty recent game. I've only played it once. I did not like my first playthrough at all, but I can see the potential once I get to understand it. You have a set of actions that you must take, but you choose the order in which you take them. That sounds interesting. So yeah, a lot of mini games.
Yeah, that should also have been on my want to play. But yeah.
All right. As always, at the end of every episode, we're going to do a 5 on the fly, where we fly. Each of us gives the other 5 games at random, and we rank them without knowing what's coming next. Ulrich, why don't you ask me my games first? I am ready.
I will gladly do that.
All right, let's see.
Your first game has lots of cute animals.
Oh.
It's not that one.
Okay.
Everdell.
Oh, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Everdell, man, I love it. I wish I could play Everdell more often, man. I mean, do I even risk it? Let me see. Everdell is an engine building game. I have every single expansion. It's become very hard to get on the table because of the content I have. I don't think I should risk it. I think I should put it on number 1. People love it. They will vote for me. Mm-hmm. I'll put Everdell on number 1.
Are you doing this for the people or for you?
I'm doing it for me, of course. And for, who doesn't like winning, right?
Next one is Exenride.
Oh.
It's called Welcome to.
Oh my God. What a list is this? Welcome to is my, shall I say what do you call it when you're feeling comfortable with something? It's my gateway cozy game. I always, when I have some time on my hands and I'm on my computer, I will play a game of Welcome to recharge my batteries and get onto my task. I love it, love it, love it. I wish I could put it on number 1. I'll put it on number 2.
Cool. Next one, I don't know.
Okay. That might be a good sign. It's about
might
game.
Be. It is called Riverbed Hunt.
Oh, God. Riverbed Hunt is a game designed by one of my closest friends, Jan Theo. It If I had to compare it with something, I would compare it with Bank, but it's with Tritons. I mean, it is a good game. That genre of games is not my favorite genre, but for the genre of games, I think what you said in a previous episode as well, that it's good for the genre that it represents. The highest available spot I have is 3, so I'll put it on 3.
Just go down the list.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully the other 2 games are worse.
Next one, I have never heard about it.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Maybe, I don't know. It's called 3 Chapters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's 3 Chapters is a drafting game that you brought in the house a few months back. We played it once. It was okay. It had a nice fairy tale theme to it, but it was nothing out of the ordinary drafting game. Like, for example, Shushu Go or something. Definitely. Easy number 5.
Okay, so your number 4 game is This War of Mine.
God. This War of Mine is a heavy thematic game based on a video game with the same title. And you are in the midst of the Cold War, and what you are trying to do, you're just a regular person and you try to survive and get by. Every night, something bad happens and you try to survive, and every day you try to collect yourself and pick up resources. I love it, but I don't have it, so I cannot play it more. 4th place is good, could have been 3rd, but yeah, good list overall.
Cool.
Happy with how it turned out. Ulrich,
Yes,
are you ready?
I will say that I am.
This list looks like, I'm not going to spoil it. Fuck. First game is Nusfjord B-Box.
Big bucks. Nusfjord, Uwe Rosenberg. Very tight action selection. There's never enough actions to do what you want. Fish keeps getting stale in your storage before you can use them. It's good. It's good. I'll put it at 2.
All right. I'm so happy you didn't put it on 1. Because the next game, it's a game that somebody likes a lot. It's about a planet that's red, and it's called Terraforming Mars.
Actually, in the last month or so, I played it quite a lot.
Wow.
It's risen a little bit for me after. I mean, I never thought it was bad. It just fell off my radar a little bit. I played it a lot 3 years ago. I'll risk it.
Risk it? What do you mean risk it? It's not a risk. It's a guarantee. The safest way to play it. I'm just kidding. It's a good game. The next game is a game called The White Castle.
Played that 2 times with a friend of ours. I think. Yeah, I don't think I quite understood the economy in the game. There's lots of multiplication scoring that I didn't really figure out. So, but it's cool. The action selection is fun. Let's say 3.
Oh. Okay, interesting. Oh my god. Okay. The next game, it's a drafting game called It's a Wonderful World.
Played that yesterday.
Oh, damn.
It's also good. It's one of those games like Terraforming Mars, whereas it's not like Terraforming Mars, but I played it a lot and then I'm done with it. But now I played it. It's pretty cool. The way the production system works. I can't go 5. I have to go 4. So let's crash and burn on the last one.
Oh my god. I don't
Like
know.
I said, I only play good games.
Yes, this list is proof of it, man. Because the last game, I mean, I haven't played it, but I can guarantee it's good. It's called Dune Imperium Uprising. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely number 1 on this list for me,
Yeah.
for sure.
I've played Dune Imperium, but not Uprising.
It's a very tactical game. It's a worker placement game. There's some conflict in there where you fight, not with dice, but with like a very mathy battles. What Uprising does for Dune Imperium is that it makes the deck building more of a core part of it. There's more cards that are better and have more synergy, in my opinion.
Love to hear it.
And many of the worker placement spots in the original one was not so good once you got into the game. They fixed that. They made all of the spots very good.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's not my. It's yeah. It will definitely be the one.
Bye-bye. Terraforming Mars number 1 now. So for Nick was Everdale, welcome to Riverbed Hunt, This War of Mine in 3 chapters. And for Ulrich, it was Terraforming Mars, Nuskur Big Box, The White Castle, It Is a Wonderful World, and Dune Imperium Uprising. Okay, interesting lists. A lot of good games. I don't know the order if it was right or not, but this is what happens with this thing. Any closing thoughts before I take it away? Do you want to say about the M list, about the...
Hope you got to hear some new games maybe, or got inspired, I think is the point of this.
I definitely learned of a game I hadn't before, and I don't even remember what it's called now. The train game with
Metro.
Yeah. You can always find us on Patreon for extra content there, audio and video. You can find us on Instagram for snapshots of our game nights. And then, of course, you can find us on Blue Sky for our news. And, of course, YouTube for exciting videos, reviews, playthroughs, and so on and so forth. Once again, thank you all so much for listening. This was Nick.
This was Ulrich.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.